You can place this right in the Chris Martin is even a little bit cooler than I thought he was category, and also the thank you Mark Wolf for showing me this song category. Also, Mark, I missed a few things about this song during our lesson, so this will get you all fixed up. But before we fix up Mark, I would like to take a moment to thank the following people for signing up for the Patreon Supporter of the Cause Club. It's the Travis G, Lance Frost, and Ronnie M Club, comprised of Travis G, Lance Frost, and Ronnie M. Gentlemen, thank you so very, very, very much for your support. That was a good hit. And if you would like to find out whatever's thing, some people like to put their capos on and then tune the guitar. I like to tune the guitar to the tuning that we need with no capo on, because the notes make more sense with no capo on to me, right? And then put the capo on and then do the fine tuning, because when you put the capo on, it'll tug some of the strings differently than others, and you might find yourself slightly out of tune. This is the tuning you need to play Oceans by Coldplay. Your E string is going down one whole step to D. Similarly, your A string is going down one whole step to G. Your D string remains untouched, as does your G string. Your B string is going down one whole step to A. And your E string is similarly, again, going down one whole step to D. So we have D, G, D, G, A, D, dig-a-dig-a. Then you put your capo on the 4th fret and make sure your strings are properly tuned to F sharp, B, F sharp again, B once more, C sharp, and one final F sharp, a tuning commonly referred to as F sharp, B, F sharp, B, K sharp, F sharp. If Chris Martin isn't already champion thumb guy of the world, this song definitely claims that title for him. I'm going to show you how he does it. I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to show you how I do it as well, and I'm going to show you an even easier way that's really just as good. Here's what he does. Thumb on the, let's use the actual frets when we're kind of up here so we don't have to, you know, subtract from the capo or whatever. Thumb on fret actual 9, and then ring and pinky finger are going on A11 and D11. First chord. Then his thumb goes down one fret, down even one more fret. This is where I can't even begin to do it. Oh, good grief. And then we want, let's call it relative capo frets now here, sorry. 2 on the E string and 5 on the A and D strings. That's how he does the verse, but there is no reason in the entire universe not to just use your fingers. It's easier for me. It might be easier for you as well. Pointer fingers going on the aforementioned E string, actual 9th fret, and ring and pinky fingers, just like before, are going to be on A and D in the actual 11th fret. I'll go through the strumming later, like next. Then the pointer fingers going down one fret, just like the thumb did. One more fret, and then we're going to end up on relative the capo 2-5-5. I find that much easier. But all of those chords have duplicate notes, so we could use 2 fingers instead and just have a different set of duplicate notes. It literally doesn't change anything. E9 and A11, use your pinky to make it easier on your life. Pointer finger goes down, one more, and then we'll just have 2 and 5. And that is 100% just as good and about twice as easy. This is a really cool strumming pattern. You can strum it however you want. There are live versions where Chris Martin does not strum it this way, but this is how it is on the record, and I've never ever done this strumming pattern before. On your first shape, do a boring old down. Then, the trick is to do a lazy, lugubrious up strum, and you gotta make it finish in the last microsecond you possibly can before you have to do your next down. So, then you do 3 downs. Drop our pointer finger. One more. Now actually halfway through this third one what happens, and this would be easier if we could be thumb guys in this way, assuming you can do that. This might be easier for you, but we can do what happens here anyways. The D string is going to go from the actual 11th fret to the actual 9th fret. So instead of pointer, ring, pinky, I like to end up with pointer, pinky, middle, if you care to do that change. The note's already there. It's the open G string, so you can change to it or not. course, 2-5-5. And notice how the pointer finger comes off of the E string for the very last down before you change its position. I made it even harder on myself. Oh, you knew what I meant to do. I am hereby finished with that strumming pattern. I'm switching to down, down, up, down, up, down, down, down. We've seen Chris Martin in a few live versions use that one instead. I'm calling when he says the rain, the chorus, and when we get there, we want A4, D5, and G4, a familiar D shape on the wrong strings in the wrong fret. Then the A and the G strings are going down one fret, but not the D strings, so you could switch to your pinky. Had you used those fingers to begin with, that would be an easier change, but I find it more familiar to go to the familiar shape and then reach for the pinky finger there. And we've got A3, D5, and G3. Then this shape that you've gone through all this trouble to get to just moves down one fret. And then we got D2, G3. The second time, but not the first time or the last time, the D string moves up a fret, so you can do that if you like. And we've got 4-5-4, 3-5-3, 2-4-2, D2, G3, and then the first chord again. Second chord. And back into the verse. So we can do this better. There we go. For the bridge, find yourself alone in this world. We're doing our power chord shape, but 2 frets lower than where we started. So relative to the capo, 3 and 5. So addictive. And then your pointer finger's going down one fret. Back up. Back down. And for the very, very end, we're doing the chorus. The first chord. The second chord. The normal sounding chord. Third chord. Then we're going to the D2, G3 thing. D string's going up, back down, pluck some stuff, and then play the normal sounding chord, the third chord. And that is how you play Oceans by Coldplay. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that was fun and helpful, and I will see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.